Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Tamara, also known as Total Spiffage, and we are playing Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. I'm joined by the incredible Chell.
Hi, I'm sometimes on the internet as Cellosphere. I use they, them pronouns.
And I use she or he pronouns, so we have like all of our bases covered.
A lot of our bases covered.
Yeah, a lot of the bases covered. There's still the outfields.
There's a lot of that's not even close out baseball.
You know, baseball? I can make good baseball metaphor happen.
So wounded. I'm wounded.
I knew that would hurt you.
Thanks. But I'm excited to play Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, a game I know nothing about.
Yeah, what do you know about Ace Attorney?
There are gay lawyers. There's magic. There is trials of some kind. And
they are attorneys. So yeah, there's trials.
At least one judge and a detective.
Yeah, there's several judges over the course of all the games. Like obviously the ones that are in the before time, the on old times have a different judge, and the one in the other country has a different judge. All sorts of things. But
I forgot about the one in the other country. I saw it at the E3. I saw it with my eyes.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of games. And also there are several judges in even like the, it's not in LA, but everyone just kind of calls it LA.
Why, if you're going to pick a city to put something in, would you pick LA?
I mean, yeah, I agree with you 100%. And it's just so very obviously not LA. It's very funny that they're just like, we made this decision in the early 2000s and we're sticking with it.
Oh, incredible.
But yeah, so we're playing the 3DS version of Apollo Justice. And I'll be voice acting some stuff. Chell will be voice acting some stuff.
I will be reading with my voice.
Yeah, you will be.
We will not. I won't besmirch voice acting by calling it that, but I'll be reading with my voice.
Listen, I believe in you.
Thank you. One of us does. So.
All right. So let's get started on this beautiful Ace Attorney adventure.
Okay, yeah.
New game. Let's go. Starting with Turnabout Trump, which is a reference to cards, not the other thing.
Oh, yeah. Great.
We got some paint happening.
A lot of different
weird
styles.
Things. Yeah. It's very weird.
Oh, sepia.
We love some sepia.
This is very 2000s.
Can you tell this is a 3DS game?
I can. I appreciate that. Showdown time. You lose. Do they kill you if you lose at cards?
Yeah. That's actually, like, nobody ever talks about that.
Uh-huh.
Also, this is your line.
I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead? Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that? That was ominous.
All right. Starting strong.
April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Oh, I'm so excited. Panicked. Palms sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous. Good morning. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine.
Yeah.
That screeching noise, is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine.
Ooh, what?
Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your speech. I overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client.
I have so many questions.
Yeah?
What's a Chords of Steel vocal workout? What's wrong with Apollo?
Oh, you know. You know when you get up at 5 a.m. and just scream, "I'm fine," over and over again? Is that a warm-up? I don't think so, as a voice professional.
I've gotten up at 5 a.m. and screamed I'm fine, but not as a warm-up and not because I was fine.
Well, I mean, maybe you can steal that and he's onto something, you know?
I don't think so.
We love Apollo.
Okay.
I love Apollo.
You're doing fine, sweetie. Okay.
I know I'm fine. I just said it like 5 million times.
Oh, boy.
My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Whoa. Good, morning.
Morning. It's all up to you today.
First trial, nervous. Meeting him. Cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help?
So you're...
Fine. I'm fine.
Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name.
Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me. Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend. So why?
You'll see. You can do it. Be confident.
I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean,
It's time. Shall we?
Yes, sir. Okay, I need to focus. First trial. Here comes justice. Just talking to myself.
April 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
The court is now in session.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late.
Your name was Mr. Justice? And this is your first trial?
Yes, Your Honor, but I'm fine, really.
Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin. Yes, Your Honor? I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes, and my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust this case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin.
Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine, but does he have cords of steel? Like, come on, I scream at myself every day, 5 a.m. on the dot, till I go into work at 8 a.m. He doesn't need to do that.
No one needs to do that.
I need to do that. It's my secret weapon.
Oh, okay, let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom.
There he is.
I am half asleep.
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright.
Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Piano player? I'm sorry.
Have you ever seen a more dignified looking pianist?
Honestly, based on the pianist that I know personally, no. But
I mean, that outfit just screams, I play piano for a living.
it does. No. But I didn't know he played the piano. I knew he was lawyering. I didn't know he was so musically inclined.
They left it out completely of the original trilogy.
Okay.
And it's a tragedy, I guess. They just decided to make him a piano player. No, we'll find out why.
Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further, then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
To think, I saw you enter this room a fresh... To think, I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I see you leave in chains.
Sounds kinky.
Winston Payne, subtle as ever, I see.
Again, yeah, he just screams subtle.
I do like the lime green suit. I'm sorry. I know I would wear, not with that tie. It should not be a red tie, but I would wear that. Okay.
Ahem.
The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him cold.
A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was...
The pianist for the club, it seems.
Phoenix Wright? A pianist?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice. Yep. Yep.
Grape juice.
Grape juice. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. Oh, I mean, if you're on the job.
Yeah, he's just, when you get like a big bottle of grape juice and you just drink that a bunch.
That is what Manischewitz bottles do sometimes look like.
That's true. Yeah, I
Um,
have seen Manischewitz bottles like that.
And I have drank one of those by myself. The grape juice, not the wine.
The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence.
Deadly bottle added to the court record.
It's just any bottle if you swing it hard enough.
Right? Yeah, like anything could be deadly. Like, fuck. Deadly mug. Like, come on.
Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently.
The court record. Right. I've heard of that.
I would hope.
Fuck, Justice.
How long have you been working for me?
Didn't he go to law school?
Yeah, I guess he didn't go to law school. Use the court record button to look at the evidence so far.
God, video games are good.
I'm confident in your ability to handle this.
He doesn't know what a court record is, Kristoff.
Kristoff, you had to highlight it
Why
in
didn't you
special.
teach? Why didn't you teach your junior partner about the court record?
What do you do at the law firm?
I guess he just goes there and watches him be cool.
That's fair.
Right. The court record button. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action.
Okay.
You know,
No,
he's getting a little handsy with the evidence.
that's not as far. That's not usually allowed.
Oh, there's a lot in this game that is not usually allowed.
Great.
So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this, Shoddy Smith fellow?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler? People can do that? I'm here every day. I live in this courtroom, so that's weird.
According to his passport, he has been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connection with the defendant?
That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime.
If they had only just met, then why murder?
A sensible question.
Why would someone kill someone?
Like, this guy has judged so many cases by now. You'd think he would be, like, a little bit more jaded by the world, but no.
No, this is the iced tea on criminal.
Oh my god, it is. Oh my gosh.
On Law and
You're
Order.
telling me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're telling me.
Yeah, Judge, you look over homicides. That's what you do for 60 years.
He was addicted to sex, like you can be addicted to gambling, like you can be addicted to...
Yeah, Judge.
Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing.
That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill.
Oh, lack of playing skill.
Wow.
Called out.
At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling?
Yeah!
That's a crime in and of itself.
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. Yeah! Backroom poker. The worst thing you can do.
Yeah, that's the worst thing anyone can do. God, forget murder. We should be stringing this guy up for gambling.
Objection. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that. A game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor.
Competition?
Yes, a test of wits. A silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Come again?
Yeah, who talks
some-
like that?
Yes, who talks like that? It's Attorney Gavin. The fuck are you talking about? Just spouting nonsense. I think your name was Wright.
The card on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present.
I was making it pretty, okay?
And impress women. I don't think I'd like to say I'm...
I don't know if women.
Women can be included. Some
Yeah,
people are
maybe.
bi. But
Maybe. I just from what I know, I don't think so.
I don't know anything, so I'm just,
I mean, that means you're coming into this with a fresh, set of eyes to use your gaydar on these characters to be.
It's my favorite pastime.
Right? Hey, tell me which characters you think are gay.
That will be our first order of business here then, discussing who is gay. And also to find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime.
Mara, I have a question.
Yes.
The photograph that we were shown, this may come up in court. I may be jumping the gun. The photograph that we were shown was in black and white. So how did the defense attorney know that the cards were blue?
It may come up in the case.
Okay. I'm going to go back to pretending I didn't watch CSI for 20 years.
Let's see. Here, I'm going to switch the screens and we can take a proper look. Yeah, you can't really tell.
No,
and
they're black.
the ones that are shown.
There's some on the floor that are upside down.
Yeah, okay.
But it's in black and white. I just...
Wow, you're just ready.
I didn't watch Law and Order and CSI and Boston Legal for nothing. It Suits for what? For nothing. And then Suits the Korean version for what? For nothing?
Wow, I mean, that's practically homework. I mean, that's who needs the first trilogy when you have all those?
I was an only child with a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a lot of courtroom dramas over my life as well. It's just something you grow up with, right? And
Yeah.
you're just thinking like that. I remember after I started getting into Ace Attorney, right?
Mhm.
I also started watching other things, like Columbo and stuff.
Yes.
And I was watching I think it was the X-Files, but the X-Files, there was a power outage, right?
Uh-huh.
And somebody rang the doorbell, and I was like, how can the door ring if the power's out? How can the doorbell ring?
I know, I think I saw a post about that, and I was thinking to myself, well, some doorbells are battery powered in case of power outage.
Yes. Some are directly hooked up to a bell, but
Yes.
this was not that tight.
Okay.
So
I was going to posit a battery powered because one at someone's house I know is a battery powered one where you can move the receiver. So it does not need a power source.
I don't think those were as common in the 90s. But anyway, sorry, we're getting off track.
Oh, okay.
But yes, this is the court record. So this is where we'll go for all of our evidence and stuff. There's also lovely profiles of everybody, which is great. So
Hold
we have
on,
Christoph Gavin.
Hold on. He's the best defense attorney in the city. He's 32.
Yep.
How long is law school? What's the time frame here?
Law school seems to be like a 2-year affair here.
Okay, so you go to undergrad for 4
Mhm.
and then 2 years. So on the fastest, like let's assume you go to university at 18.
Mhm.
Is that still standard? So then 22, 24. So then he's been a practicing lawyer and assuming he passed the bar the first time on what a lawyer bar, whatever.
Probably.
The first time. So he has been a practicing lawyer for 6 years and is the best defense attorney in town. Does everyone what?
Everyone also seems to be like in law already by the time they're like 22 or 23. I don't understand.
Maybe there's some combined program that are like pre-law, like when you do pre-med and it shortened your undergraduate, like, you know.
There is like a specialized law themed high school that is in Dual Destinies. That like I guess you can just go straight into like law school. I don't know how that works.
Okay. I have so many questions.
I'm just saying it's not out of the question for there to be like other factors. I think the youngest prosecutor was in this game. No, I think it was Francisca. Francisca was practicing while she was like 16, I think.
I don't ever want to see a 16-year-old in any sort of courtroom as a lawyer.
I forget when Francisca started, but she was already like in a pre-law thing by the time she was like 12. So like
all of these people sound like people I could have gone to high school with. Nauseating.
Yeah. All right. So you have like Christoph, boss
Yeah.
at Gavin Law Offices, first-rate defense attorney, my trusted mentor.
I trust
Phoenix
him.
Wright. Yeah, he's 33.
Mhm.
Pianist at the Borscht Bowl Club, formerly an ace defense attorney of some renown.
He's in his Peter B. Parker looking.
He is. He really is. Shoddy Smith. So that's the victim.
Mhm.
Traveler, only recently returned. Winston Payne is our prosecuting attorney. He lacks a certain presence. Yeah. So he's always in your tutorial stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, we can go through all the evidence and things. So the basic autopsy report. Let's go ahead and check that. Estimated time of death, April 17th, between 1:45 a.m. and 2:15 a.m. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhaging resulting from a blunt trauma to forehead. Okay.
Can we look at the deadly bottle?
Yes, we can. Okay. Grape juice bottle used as the murder weapon bears the defendant, Mr. Wright's prints, which we'll get to. Submitted as evidence by Prosecutor Payne, and we can go ahead and check it. They haven't taught us to do this yet, but you know.
Can we check it for blood?
We can. Bottle is completely empty. So there's nothing in here. Let's see if there's anything about the label. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently, it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with borscht. I think for now that's it.
Yeah, they probably won't let you they won't let you do a speed.
Yeah. Okay, so let
Okay.
me switch back to the other screen here. All right.
My pleasure. Okay.
This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. The competition.
I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all.
It's fascinating.
My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the real club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game. And our customers are happy.
A pianist who can't play piano.
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Ignoring that shit. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. Phoenix Wright, get it?
Hi.
My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you all right? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where?
Oh my god.
There's a bee?
There's a bee?
It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Oh. I'm sorry if my roommate's cat comes through.
I can't hear the cat, so...
Okay. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher? No, we won't be doing that, thank you. No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered. I think you'd better do more than think. You know it, or you do not, as the great Yoda said.
Do not, there is no try?
Yeah, I guess he's just quoting Yoda at you now. Yoda, the wisest of defense attorneys.
No.
If anything, I think Yoda would be a prosecutor.
I can't. I
Fucking narc.
refuse.
I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle.
Oh my god.
My weapons, press and present. Find any inconsistencies and lies in the testimony and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. I know you said you didn't need a refresher, but I'm going to give you one anyway.
Yeah, this is the no refresher version.
Learn it, know it, do it.
I just started singing harder, better, faster, stronger. So
Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies. Lies? Phoenix Wright? As if Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Okay, so we gotta go through his testimony here.
Okay, great.
So you don't have to read all of these because we've already read through it.
Okay, great.
But we will be going and pressing or presenting. So pressing just expands upon like whatever statement.
Mm-hmm.
Present, we refute it directly with some evidence. So.
Okay, yeah, I know what this is. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so pianist by trade. I can hardly play it all.
I'd just like to say that's an awkward sentence.
Yeah. Where we play in the competition are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards.
What? That's all it is, a game.
You can press on anything too. It doesn't have to be like something suspicious.
Okay. I mean, like, didn't we only see and talk about one deck of cards with the blue backs? That might be nothing. We don't really have a lot here, though. There's like nothing.
2 decks of cards?
A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards.
There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor, each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really.
Oh, lay off the
No,
poetry, my dude.
I refuse.
Put it down.
I am made to rule over the courtroom scene with my
Put the
beautiful
E.E.
defense
Cummings
poetry.
down and step away from the poetry section.
Fucking make me, Phoenix.
Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue.
As I recall, in poker, you make 5-card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat.
Heh. Yes, a game of hands.
Because he's handsome.
Why are that in quotes?
A game of hands. What else are you playing?
What? What?
Like, is that meant to like mean something? Is that like a euphemism, sir? I think I totally forget which one has the thing, but I'm just gonna guess. So you claim you weren't gambling?
That's right, it was simply a game.
You didn't bet any money? Not even a little?
The only thing at stake in our game was pride itself.
Oh, well put, Mr. Wright. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. The stakes, your fate. Can we get back to the trial now? I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. Right. I got it. I'm fine. Time to listen to that testimony again. So when you go to the end, it loops around. So that was like
Yeah,
gonna play.
We should probably press on the why are you doing the piano thing?
Let's see. You can hardly play.
Oh, I play sometimes when customers demand it.
Oh.
So I play them one song. That's usually all they want.
Was that supposed to be a boast just now?
The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large.
Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club?
Okay, and then we're rolling into the actual. I just a lot of air quotes in here.
Yeah.
A lot of air quotes.
I'm just gonna press everything. It's usually
Yeah.
my tactic when I forget what to actually press.
I mean, that's fine. That's the tactic a lot of people use.
A lot of lawyers even, yeah.
They pay you to just play poker?
That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all. Bah! Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hardworking member of society like me to imagine. Yes. Your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. Wow! In burn!
He's just a sassy bitch now, I see.
What? I played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost once.
What?
You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. All right. Okay.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
He certainly draws hands.
Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time?
As I said, I'm a professional. Professional poker players lose.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. All right. Is that even possible? It is
No.
definitely not.
no.
All right. I think it's the only one we haven't pressed. So let's press that one.
Yeah.
The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction?
It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day.
Black market?
All in the past, things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say, there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room.
A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad.
The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. Yeah, it's every mafia movie made post-1950.
So it's okay when you go all poetic, but it's not okay when I want to be dramatic, is it, Phoenix? God.
No, because yours are weird.
Mine are perfectly fine. Get a little imagination, Mr. Phoenix. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else.
The room had a few other tricks to it. It was common knowledge for our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Sure, buddy. Like someone died.
Oh, this competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime?
Now that's strange.
What's strange?
I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
I completely let that one slip by. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right. There's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I'd like to hear it from you.
Sure, why not?
Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony.
Okay, you can read this.
I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon.
Huh. Okay.
Let's look at the murder weapon!
Yeah, let's look at that murder weapon.
Mr. Total Spiffage, I want to look at the murder weapon, please.
Okay, let's look at this murder
Can you
weapon.
put on the... Thank you.
Okay, we read that one already.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look. It's in a bottle.
Technically, that bottle just contains air.
Oh, the bottle is completely empty. Okay, so there's nothing
Ooh.
else, I don't think. Yeah,
Yeah.
bottle's completely empty. Okay, so there's nothing else on here. And it does say in the description that it bears the defendant, Mr. Wright's prints.
We can present that because he says he never touched it.
Yes. Objection!